Hello students, good morning. Students, today we are going to discuss in this video lecture, that is the lecture number 3rd, and the lesson which we learn, that is the principles of inheritance and variation. In previous lecture, we were studying about the heredity and a brief history of the father of genetics, Gregor John Mendel. Now, before going to study about the Mendel's experiment, here are the some terms that were used by Mendel in his experiment. If we have no knowledge about these terms, then we cannot understand very well the Mendelian's law of inheritance. So students, just mind these terms to clear the concept of the Mendel's experiment. Let's going to start. The basic concepts these are also called genetical terms and symbols. Here we also find the symbols that are used by the Mendel in his experiment. So let's begin with the gene or factor. Students, what is gene? As we very well know that genes are the small segments of DNA, deoxyribose nucleic acid, and lots of DNA unite to forms a chromosome as per your earlier studies. So here gene or factor. Factor is the term that was used by the Mendel in his experiment because he has no knowledge about the gene, because gene was discovered in the beginning of the 20th century, and Mendel gave his experiment during, or you can say that at the end of 19th century. So, gene is a unique portion of DNA, as you all of you know very well, or a small segment of DNA, which carries the information for formation of character. Which carries the information for the formation of character. It means genes are the units that has ability to synthesize specific protein according to Beadle and Tatum. One gene, one polypeptide chain theory, or one gene, one protein concept was earlier. Is that clear? As given by Sutton and T. Bovedi. So students, the Mendel was, as I explained, not aware about genes and their protein formation function. Genes are the kind of nucleotides, or you can say that chains of nucleotides which have ability to synthesize specific protein and the information they obtain. Hence, he used the term factor for the unit of transmission. Unit of transmission. What is the means of unit of transmission? And gene is a unit of DNA is like that. These units, it means genes, a special gene or specific genes governs and specific characters which inherited from one generation to next generation. So The Mendel used the term factor for the inheritance or transmission of the character from parent to their individuals. Is that clear? So, when the term factor is used in Mendel's theory, you have to just imagine about the gene. And further in modern books, the factor term is removed or replaced by the term gene. Now, the second term he used, that is the homologous chromosomes. Students, as we know that in diploid cells, all the somatic cells which are helpful in the formation of the body are diploid cells having the full number of chromosomes in accordance with the species specific. Is that clear? As for example, 23 pair of chromosomes is found in our each and every cell are somatic cells only. You can use the term because gamete cells have half number of chromosomes. So, the somatic cells containing the diploid number of chromosomes, it means in pair. All the chromosomes are present in the form of pair. When each pair of chromosomes, each pair has two chromosomes and both chromosomes are morphologically similar, they representing the similar characteristics. Similar chromosomes, now it is called homologous chromosomes. As you study in the class 10, the capital T and capital T is the term used for tall height of the plant. What? Tall height of plant. And small t were used for dwarf or short height of the plant stem. Is that clear? So here both of the genes, the chromosomes, have the two, or you can say that this character has two chromosomes and both are morphologically similar, the capital T and capital T, and here the small t and small t. That's why they are the pure breed are called the homologous chromosomes. And if we are going to take a chromosome for this trait as capital T and another as small t, then this is just the hybrid tall. What? Hybrid tall plant's height. Plant's height is hybrid tall, and what we find here, the one is the capital T and another is the small t. The representative pair of chromosomes, one is capital T and another is small t. Then this is called heterologous chromosomes. Is that clear? So homologous, never confuse about the homologous and heterologous chromosomes. If the trait had the similar, morphologically similar chromosomes, then called homologous chromosomes, and when the dissimilar chromosomes are present in the contrasting trait, then this is called heterologous chromosome. Now students, the next term that is used by Mendel is the character or trait, and we also discuss about the allelomorphic character. Character or trait. As we discuss the character of a person, how we know what the character he deserves? Just passing sometimes with them, or he is the neighboring person in our area, and by their working skill and their behavior we can decide the character of the person. Yes, students, the characters are the visible feature. What? These are the visible features for the organism. You can clearly visualize these features just by observing him or her, and can be experienced physically. Just about observation. As for example, height of the plants, we can examine the height of the plant is high or low. It means long or short. And flower color. Just visualize the flower color is red, pink, white, blue, green. Either green, the color of the flower is never green. Like that, we can easily visualize the characters or traits morphologically. Whereas each character may have two or more alternative forms. As I was expressed, height of plant. Height of plant is a character, and it has two alternatives. The one is the tall height, and second one is the dwarf height. Is that clear? Then these are the two alternatives of the height of plant. Likewise, the alternative of flower colors, red, pink, white, blue, yellow, these are the different colors which determines the alternative character of the or alternative forms of the flower color or color of flower. Is that clear? So you have to never confuse about the character and allelomorphic traits or characters, because the character or trait is just a physical feature, and the allelomorph is the variety of that physical feature. Is that clear? So these alternative forms of a character is known as allelomorphic character or allelomorphs. You can easily pronunciate it allelomorphs. Is that clear? Once again, we are going to discuss height of color, height of plant, flower color, seed pod color, shape of seed. These are the characters or traits. But the short or dwarf, tall or dwarf, red, pink, yellow color, respectively of the height of the plant and flower color, these are alternative forms, hence called allelomorphic characters. Is that clear? Here, the example also I mentioned, in height of plant, dwarf and tall is allelomorphic character, and in flower color, red, pink, white, purple, etc. are the allelomorphic character of flower color. Is that clear? Now students, alleles. Alleles, as we learn, allelomorph is the morphological varieties of a trait or character, or you can say that contrasting trait or character. Alleles, the genes which governs the allelomorphic characters are known as alleles. Very simple. The genes which governs the allelomorphic characters are known as alleles. As for example, here capital T. This is a pair of genes, pair of chromosomes that determines the tall height of the plant. And here is the small t that determines the dwarf height of the plant, whereas the another is capital T small t that determines the hybrid tall plant. Understood? So the alleles, you can say that alleles are the genes which govern the allelomorphic characters, and they are also symbolized with a pair of chromosomes. Now students, the next term used by Mendel is homozygous and heterozygous. When both alleles of a character are exactly similar, these all the three terms, character, allele and homozygous, heterozygous, has a very close relation. So you understand all these one by one. When both alleles of a character are exactly similar, as for example capital T, these are the similar. Then this is called homozygous condition. This is called homozygous condition. Whereas when dissimilar, then called heterozygous. What? Heterozygous condition. Example, capital T small t or capital R small r. So this is called homozygous condition. As for example, capital T and small t. Here pivotal or tall height of the plant, dwarf height of the plant. Capital R represents the red color of the flower. Small r represents the white color of the petals of a flower. So what we find here? Here we find the alleles are representing by the similar symbols. It means in capital T and capital T alphabet, and the dwarf is also represented with the similar and small alphabet, small t. So these are called homozygous condition. But when dissimilar, when these alleles, it means both alleles are dissimilar, then called heterozygous condition. As for example, capital T small t, one is capital and another is small, so this is the heterozygous condition. And one is capital R, another is small r, This is also heterozygous condition because capital T represents tall whereas small t represents dwarf in homozygous condition. But when both of the chromosomes comes together in a pair, then this condition is called heterozygous condition. Clear? Go ahead. Genotype and phenotype. These are the most important terms used while gender. Genotype and phenotype. The genetic configuration of organism, which cannot be visualized morphologically. They can be only observed after studying about the karyotype under a biological equipped laboratory where the DNA can be fragmented, DNA of a person can be fragmented in the laboratories. Such laboratories are found in the crime branch offices as well as in higher medical observation to determine the nature of karyotype. It means, as for we learned in the previous chapter about amniosynthesis. Is that clear? If any kind of abnormalities, to diagnose any kind of abnormalities present in the chromosomes, the amniosynthesis technique is used by receiving the amniotic fluid from the placenta. Is that clear? So students, the genetic configuration of an organism is known as genotype. As for example, the capital T having the allele capital T is pure tau, but having the allele, the one is capital T and there is small t, then this pair of chromosomes represents hybrid tau. Either this cannot be physically determined with the observation, or you can say that morphology, by observing the morphological character. So the hybrid tau and tau, in appearance both plants are appears about same length. Whereas the visible or morphological expression of a character is known as phenotype. Is that clear? Morphological expression of a character is known as phenotype. As any plant looks, any plant bears the definite flower color. This is the morphological character. As for example, we in our surrounding area found the color of hibiscus plant as red and white, the both two type of color. So red and white both have pure form of allele, homozygous condition, but when the color of the hibiscus flower appears just like pink color, then this is the heterozygous condition. How we can define this phenomena in the Mendelian's concept ahead. So students, the visible morphological expression of a character is here capital T and capital T and capital T small t. Both are the tall height of the plant phenotype. We cannot determine one is with the physical appearance, which is hybrid or which is pure tall. Is that clear? So, students, these are the some terms used by the Mendel in his basic concept. Now we discuss about the more terms, the remaining terms that are used by Mendel in his experiment in next video lecture. So you can take the screenshot to write these in your fair notebooks.